Hello, party people. It's Randee for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with our Bargain Bead Box plan video. Okay, so we have been having a crazy February, evidenced by our hair. What is going on here? Anyway, so we have had birthdays and babies and Valentine's Day and all that going on. So we unboxed this live on Morning Coffee on Friday, last Friday, which I think was the 10th or something. So anywho's, we did this on the Morning Coffee live. So we did unbox it and I made like kind of an outline, which is not something that I normally do for the mini series. So I wanted to make sure that we have like a legit plan video. I'm going to use my new book. I finally finished up my other design book. So this one was sent to me. Isn't it cute? This one was sent to me by our friend Annalise. She sent me this cover and she sent me some books inside, and I think it's really cute because it says life can be hard, your art shouldn't be. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I did up, I'm gonna take this out of here. So if you're not aware, this is a system. This is a journal system from the Dylusions line from Ranger. I can link all this in the description box, but it's a really cool system. So I will show you my book. So I already went through and I painted up all my pages so they're ready to get designs on them for our designing process. So I painted all these. They're super fun. So they're ready to go. So we are going to do our Bargain Bead Box plan. Okay. So normally what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you kind of, I have them in little baggies because we did quote unquote an outline online. So we'll do the actual design. I will write it, draw it in here, and then I'll show you what I have done just because of time. So we're going to get that going. Let's get down to the mat, get this party started. All right, guys, here we go. Get this party started. So first and foremost, these are the little baggies that we have. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is what we have for our budding romance box. Now, like I said, we went through all of these things already on the live, and I will make sure to link that as well if you missed it. Put this over here, just in case we need it for reference. So, like I said, this is going to be our official plan video. Now, some of these I do have in baggies from what we kind of outlined when we did the live unboxing. So, I'm just going to put this stuff to the side for right now. And I'm going to show you my book. Okay, so this is the book. These are all the pages that I did. Just getting prepared to use this as a design book. So these are just paints. These are all Ranger paints if you've ever been a part of it. I like to just do little backgrounds. And so this is what we're going to do our designs on. Easy peasy. So let's start off with project number 1, which I think was this guy? Yeah. This guy. Okay, so this is project 1, and this has the little tiny garnets, the faceted garnets, which are super amazing if you missed them. Under these lights in this camera setting, super good. Oh, I love them a lot. So we decided to make a couple pairs of earrings out of these. So I am going to utilize these little findings for the earrings, and we will just do a little smidge of drops on those, like such, on each one. And I don't know how much of the strand we will use, but whatever we have left, I kind of wanted to do a second pair of links. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I've really been into wire wrapping around links recently. We could even probably brick stitch these on, or we could wire wrap them onto a link or onto a hoop, right? And I think that'll be really cute. So I'm going to draw that up for us. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here I have the Project 1 Bargain Bead Box Budding Romance Project 1, which is actually going to be 2 sets of earrings in this video. So the first one is going to be this guy here. We're going to run some beads down. I decided to just do 10 on each, which is not really that many, but it's because I also wanted to do a second pair of earrings. So this will be our first pair, the chandelier pair, and then the second one will be these guys right here. So like I said, I've been really into using the links and wrapping around. So I'm going to do 2 this time. So I have 4 links that I'm going to use with this. So I got the 4 links. I'm probably going to use 26 to 28 gauge gold wire on those. A couple of large oval jump rings just to connect them. And then the earring wires. So that is what Project 1 is looking like, or video 1 with these items here. So I'm going to put that, and we shall move on to the next little baggie that I have here. Put these away. Okay. So for the next round of doings, I have this one. So these are the nugget, rose quartz nuggets. Okay. So we have quite a few things going on in this baggie. So these are the whole strand of the rose quartz nuggets, which I really love, honestly. I prefer to have a quote-unquote natural looking organic stone versus like a round bead. That's just my personal preferences. So originally when we had pulled this out, there was a couple of things going on. So someone had made mention in the live, they're like, okay, we have these links, but they're hanging upside down, or these charms and they're hanging downwards, and they didn't really care for that. So we said, okay, well, we will use them like links, and we will stand them up the right way. And we will put them in the necklace. This will be obviously the body of the necklace. And then this little hinge, I took off the pendant, one of the pendants, because I didn't quite know which way. This has to come to some kind of conclusion here. So I was like, oh, okay, what are we doing with that? So I think that I am going to go ahead and I'm going to utilize that down here. And I was going to use this toggle, but I don't think I'm going to do that now that I have that little hinge. So I'm going to just remove the toggle for the time being. So right here, I have a little bit of the chain. And the plan is that I will have a little chain to run down on this little hingey part, right? Now I don't know if I'm going to do like loops around or what, but I'm going to do a little bit of chain here, and I am going to incorporate a little bit of the stones. Maybe I'll hang a little chain, put a stone on. We'll see how I'm feeling that day. Or if I want to loop it around. I don't know that I want to loop it around. Maybe I do. Maybe I want to loop it around and then do a stone in the middle. That could be cute. I like that idea. Okay. So maybe we'll do something like that. So let me draw this out for you so you can get the design idea, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay guys, so here is my plan for project number 2. So we have the rose quartz strung going around. We're gonna have to excuse me, wire wrap these flower charms and create links, make them into links, which shouldn't be too hard. Given that they do have a bunch of holes and things on this edge. So what we'll do is we'll just wire wrap behind and create a link on this side so that they can be hung this way. So we'll do that, and then we'll come down here to the hinge part. I'm going to run chain from one part of the hinge to the other. I'm going to use a rose quartz pebble, a larger one, and kind of deck it up a little bit with maybe a little wire wrap or, you know, something down here, maybe some bead caps of some kind or something to deck it up so that this kind of comes down to a point. This second little piece of chain is just going to be decorative to go on the next couple of loops, and there is only 6 loops on this hinge, so you don't really have a middle, you know, say a middle where maybe you wanted to put another stone. There's 2, so that's up your discretion. I'm just going to leave mine blank for right now, so that's what I have for project number 2. Okay, moving on to our project number 3. This is the well, this is the wrong bag, but this is the Malaysia Jade or the dyed quartz. And for this guy, I want to do one of these numbers. And now, since I have this extra little guy, I think I might incorporate him in. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. Ooh, that's the wrong way. So for this little guy, I think I will just do this as the strung part. I'm going to do a front toggle clasp here, right there. I will hang him on the toggle. Doesn't that look snazzy? But that could be like by itself if you wanted to do that. This is a design choice. This is just a little razzle dazzle. Little razzle dazzle I'm going to hang pretty close here, and then this one I will hang even closer yet on this side, like so. And I think that'll be super cute. So all this is pretty close near the front, but it is off-centered, so it's asymmetrical. It's not symmetrical. This one I want to be pretty close. I think maybe right after the first bead, just because. But I don't, oh, well, wait now. Maybe I will flip-flop these, because knowing me, am I going to have this on this side? No, maybe it's fine. I was just thinking, like, it depends on what side of the toggle you're going to use. So this toggle part I'll probably put on this side, the round part, the female part, and the male part I'll probably put on this side, because if you're going to use the male part, you probably wouldn't want to put this one so close, because then it's going to have to go through there to close the necklace. So, but I think if we do it that way, it'll be fine. So I'm going to draw this up for us. Okay, there we have project number 3 all drawn out for us. So we've got a front toggle, and we've got our little asymmetrical drops, and our Malaysia Jade, which I should probably write on there. But yeah, so this is going to be project number 3. All right, next up we have project number 4. And here we were going to do a Y necklace with these, oh yeah, that's right, I broke this. With these 2 different types of beads. So they're both Malaysian Jade. One is an 8mm, and I believe one is a 10mm? I can't remember. I believe that's the case. But they are 2 different sizes, and this is both of the full strands. So, now if I recall right, we were going to utilize this little guy as our focal point. So this is the guy I took the hinge off of here, right? So it was like this and it had a hinge, but I was like, no, we're going to use this as our focal point on our Y necklace because it's just going to work out smashingly. So we're going to put that there. Now, as I recall, I said I wanted to make a super long Y necklace. So I am utilizing all of the 6.5mm scalloped bead caps as many as I can get. Now, I don't know how many I'm going to be able to cap, but I want to cap all of the 8mm beads, and I want to interchange these. So I think I will start with a larger here, smaller, and we're kind of almost going to do almost a pattern, right? Like so. We're using the little flower spacer beads as well. Now, you wouldn't have to do it like this. You could do all the larger beads down towards the middle. Maybe you want to do some smaller beads up top, whatever you want to do. So that's how that's going to go up. And then we also want to do a super long Y. I'm talking long, okay? So we are going to start like so. Oh, we got to put our flowers in there. Here. Can't forget the little flowers. And get those going down here. Now, I got to make sure that I have enough for each side up the top. And so I'm kind of just putting them up here as like a reference. Should probably be good. And then the rest of these, we've got 4. Ooh. So let me get these guys going down here. And then I'm going to put these other 2 up here, which means I got to have them separated out. And then, once we get long, because this is long, right, I'll maybe bring this to a point down here, ending with a flower. Woot! Ending with a flower. And then I'll probably sprinkle these flowers in. Maybe I could sprinkle them in here. So it just kind of all goes together. So it is a whole pattern of a necklace. Now, you wouldn't have to do that. You could do your color blocking. You could do all kinds of options. But I wanted to have this really long Y, because sometimes what happens with me, and I don't know if I'll need all these beads up here, but sometimes what happens with me is I like to wear my necklaces pretty short around my neck. But I do sometimes like to have a long Y for, like, especially if I have maybe a plain shirt or something, and I want there to be a really long Y on it. Now, I will say we are probably going to have to find us something to put on the end. I want something, maybe a charm of some kind, something that is elongated. I will have to look in my stash to find something, perhaps even a crystal or something. And to be quite honest with you, the only thing that we really have available in this box is this guy. I mean, he's long and he's kind of big, but he's blue. So that's not really working for me. So I am going to add something to the end here. I don't know what exactly it will be, but it'll be something. So there's that. Maybe be searching in your stash. But I do like it. I even like that it's a pattern, which is odd for me. So now here becomes the thing. I think I want... Do I want to wire wrap it? I think I do. I think since we're doing such a long, I'm just talking out loud. I think since we're doing such a long Y, I do think that I want to do rosary chain. Now that may seem like a lot for some people, and for some people it is, but I just really think that that's how I'm thinking I'm going to like that. So if you didn't want to do that, an easier way would be to string it. You could definitely string it in the same situation. If that's what you want to do, it would be easier, quicker, etc. I think I am going to try the rosary chain. And to be quite honest, the other morning, was that today or yesterday? I was going through this little bottle of bead soup that I had looking for a pearl. And I saw a little weird little elongated crystal thing in there. So I think I will grab that up out of my soup, put that on the end here. That's the plan. So let me draw that up. Okay guys, here is my plan for project number 4. So I only did the designs on these 3 beads here, but we're going to start with the pendant, do the large 10mm faceted Malaysia jade, move on to the 8, do the scallop bead cap, and then the flower spacer. These little guys in between are just my wraps, probably with a jump ring, because I am going to do rosary style chain on this necklace. And then down here at the bottom, so this is going to be an extra long, the extra long Y part. And down at the bottom, I just put that I'm going to need a closure, and I'm going to have to dig out that crystal from the bead soup, and or whatever you happen to have on hand, something, probably something long, you know, not so much wide, but long. Maybe it's a charm, maybe it's a pendant you've been wanting to use. I mean, quite honestly, as long as it's gold and it goes with the flower, I mean, anything I think would work. So this is project number 4. Okay, so I will say that this is the first time that this has happened, but these are what I have left of the box, and I did reserve the right to do like a color blocking necklace or something to that sort with these items. However, I think for this particular moment in time, I am just going to put these into my stash. And the reason for that is I don't know. I just don't, there's nothing that I'm just dying to make. You know, maybe if I just save them for a little while and put them in my stash, I'll find something that I actually really want to make with these. They are kind of giving like Easter colors, and I do know there was some kind of video someone said that they put out about this blue quartz beads and it was the wrong color or something happened. I just didn't utilize these in the rest of my designs. I pretty much just went with a monochromatic design with my designs that we have made, the 4 designs, and honestly I'm quite happy with that. So I don't feel the need to really jump into these colors or anything. I'm going to put them in my stash. I'm going to save them for a time when I really am excited about using them, and maybe we can use them in the next box because they are kind of spring looking. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, closer to the spring we might be getting more of this kind of colors. So that is the first time that this has happened, and but that it is what it is. Okay, so I'm not really in love with it. It's just that's what's happening. So I'm going to put this away as well. This is some gold-plated stainless steel jewelry chain that we still can use. I'm going to put that in my chain box over here. And I'm just going to walk you through our plans. So we got the 2 pairs of earrings. So that is one video. We have this rose quartz necklace, project number 2. We have this necklace, which I'm very excited about. This one is super good. Number 3. And number 4 I'm also really excited about. So these are our plans. We are only going to get 4 videos out of this, but that's perfectly fine with me. I mean, it is what it is what it is. And that, you guys, is what we have going on today. So then what I do, let me zoom you out. Well, I'm always zooming the wrong way. I don't know why I can't know about zooming. So then this little guy just lives in here. Until I am ready to put my photos in. So if you don't know this about me, I am still zooming the wrong way. Usually, since this is a new book, you don't see any of them. But normally what we're going to do here is once I get these done, I have my little Polaroid camera, and then I'll take pictures of them and put them in so that I can see the finished product. So there we go. I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I know that this February is a little bit, you know, wonkety wonk, but it is what it is. One day at a time. That's what we're doing. We're having fun. This is supposed to be fun. So I'm going to go with my 4 projects, and hopefully you guys will check them out. If you are not, please subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment and like. Excuse me. Like the video. And apparently now I'm going to go on a coffin jag. So, with all that to be said, I hope you guys have a lovely day. Don't get a flower on your butt. I'll talk to you later. Bye.